What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers. It's our Beast Slayers of Bastion Let's Play, and we are about to attack these brigands. This is actually a pretty sizable little force here. All raiders and marksmen. Marksmen being the higher tier human element that can use ranged weaponry. You can get achievements later in the game if you fight the masters, and I think it's the sword master. And there's like a bow master or something like that you can kill. And if you kill them with their own respective weapons, like you kill a ranged master with a ranged character, you get an achievement. And there's one for killing like a sword master in melee. It's pretty cool as well. Alright, we have some levels to get. Sigmund, nice to get battle forged. Much more durable. That's a good 3 roll right there. I think I'm just going to take the 2 in melee skill and then give him the 3 in fatigue as well. So good level for Sigmund. And Baldemar, the Mighty. Let's give Berserk to him. Everybody gets Berserk. I think that's just probably just the most correct way to play. Man, this guy would have been a really good melee character. I think he still could be. As a poacher, that's weird. He desperately needs more resolve. And I kind of don't want to pass up any of this. Let's get him a 3 in melee defense. I could see him being a 2-hander at some point, but he's going to need more melee skill than this. He could be like a really good, like a guy that just whips out a greatsword or something. I could see that. And then just marches in the front line. He already has battle forged, so he's kind of good to go. Quick hands, yeah. Colossus. I mean, he's like halfway to a 2-hander already. And then we have Oscar the Bloody. So, in the last episode, I realized I had forgotten at the end to change his name, but Oscar was the name that was claimed by Mr. Blue. He's going to be our Houndmaster. Bloodthirsty and Iron Lungs. Awesome pickups. He's coming into his first battle here in a pretty difficult battle. Let's hope he does well. Kind of tempted to go in and clear out Weeping Tomb first. The ranged units in these types of battles are always the most dangerous, because they're always going to target our 2-handers, which we kind of left up front. Perhaps should have just tucked them in the back in the opening. Wow. Okay. I know who I'm pulling out after this battle. Good thing is, they'll probably keep a few guys back to try and protect. A 38 versus a 48. We'll take that. And they're going to get up on the high ground. We're not too concerned. We can shoot back here. We've got 2 48s on this guy. We'll take those. We will take this high ground, however. 35. 62. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we're going to put Geralf in a bush. Play some bush games. And then we're going to start spear walling. Man, missing all of our shots feels kind of bad. I think we have to take this position. And if that's the case, then let's step in. Spear wall, kind of really deny that whole flank. And then get that kind of like fighting there. And if they want to go around, they're not going to be able to. Perhaps not my most beautiful positioning, but it's not bad. Move up there. That's even better. I could see putting Horst right here. But I kind of want them to send like this one guy here, and that would give us a 2v1, which I would be happy to take. Wouldn't be surprised if the guy jumps right into here, or tries to, because that looks like a good spot. We'll see where their shots go. I think we're probably confusing the AI a little bit. Now that the front lines have melded, it's a lot harder to shoot our front line. Okay, lucky shot. They've got javelins and throwing axes, good for them. And a military pick. And that Morningstar, not a Morningstar, the flail there, pretty dangerous weapons. We'll pass. Pass. 34. Whiff. 28. Yeah, we'll take that 50. The guy with no shield. 19. We could just go for a shield break. Oh my god, I hit the wrong button. That could have been horrible. Ha! Woo, that was almost the title of the video, guys. Accidental round swing. No, I was trying to do a split shield on this guy. Funny enough, with that kind of a miss, it still could have ended up working out. Next turn, we'll be able to do aim shots back there. Man, the AI is doing a really good job of turtling up. Kind of crazy. But I'm happy. If they want to keep, you know, 2 of their big hitters back, I'm good with that. We'll play super squirrely. We're not getting any lucky shots, though. That kind of hurts. It's nice to get, you know, one of those freebie shots every once in a while. You know, it says 20%, but you still land it. So they've made kind of 3 little groups here. Hope for some misses. We're rocking kite shields. You would think they would have a hard time hitting us. Apparently not. They're definitely targeting him. And the one thing the shield wall is doing, at the very least, is making them much less offensive. Ooh, that's questionably good. We're going to do a pike. We can push him down. I don't think that does any damage. We can stagger him. And I guess I would rather just try and go for an attack. Yeah, and we ended up doing some damage, so that was good. $65. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to support Geralt. We don't want anyone to kind of get back there and hurt him. That's what I'm talking about. That's a freebie shot. And we'll take an aim shot back here on this marksman. One shot at him. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to move in here, accepting the fact that it will probably lead towards me getting some high ground problems. I could always drop a Warhound here. Or potentially move up here. No, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We'll chill. There we go. The two-hander actually hitting for once. Seems good. Yeah, not surprising. Sucks that they hit me in the body, though. Gonna be another man dead in a second. If this was a much closer fight, I could see myself dropping the dog up there. It would have been a solid play, defensively and offensively. But I just don't think we need to do it. Ooh, they got my pikeman. We're gonna step out here in case we want to get a little bit closer. Wouldn't be surprised to see the raider throw here on Geralt. Nope, they went back for Caspar. They got greedy. Let's get one of these guys out of here so we can get onto the high ground ourselves. They both have decent armor. There we go. That feels good. Get that banner out. So even if we hit one, not really any guarantees we'd have gotten a kill. Yeah, we have no good shots at almost any angle. We're going to have to wait and see if someone can move out of the way. We try and push him off the high ground. He's shot down. These guys want to run. Arming sword's a pretty good weapon. Move here so we can scoot up a little bit. Like that. And then take this shot here. It doesn't fit the arming sword, that is. It doesn't fit our theme. But it's still a good weapon. And valuable as well. It'd be nice to get it. We got a falchion and an arming sword. Step in. We got him rethinking his life. We didn't hit him at all. Wow. Okay, and he's fleeing. Awesome. One less guy to worry about. Yeah, that was worth it. That was a little bit of a risk. But it was just to lock down that one guy. If he stabbed me with a dagger, it would have probably been no big deal. Step in there. We've almost got a full surround here. Keep moving forward a little bit. I think Jost will be able to clean these two up. Going with overwhelming volume of fire. Riposte plus shield wall is a good strategy, but then we instantly break him. It's just a little too little and a little too late for that tactic. Shoot him point blank. Ow. Alright, he landed that first piercing blow. And we landed both of those. Very nice. And, you know, we took a little bit of damage that fight, but we have reserves. We're at that point in our gameplay now where we don't have to just play every hurt person in our crew just because we have no other choice. We've got choices. We've got two of our stronger brothers actually sitting on the bench right now. We'll run them down. Alright, sweet revenge for all the damage we took. 1 level on Oscar. Want to level him up as fast as possible, and the weapons we picked up here are going to be what's the most valuable. 3 Morning Stars, 1 Flail, and 1 Arming Sword. Quite solid. Even the Leather Lamellar is not bad as a backup armor. It's better than the Patched Mail shirt. Are we completely out of Patched Mail shirts? That's another like little test of how good we're doing. Yeah, we got a lot of people that are kind of hurt right now. Let's go with Colossus. We want to keep him alive first and foremost. Cancel that. Boom, boom. Look at these ridiculous stats. It's really hard to pass up another, like, super ranged guy. I think for the moment we'll build him as if he's melee, because he is. But we might actually pump some in ranged skill and get him as a crossbowman. Yeah, I don't hate that. And here we'll put in Venendai over Jost. I need to just call one of them in a second. Which one is the highest level? Where's the other Jost? Here? Let's go probably the younger. Jost the younger. Alright, now I don't have to... If someone would like to claim one of those guys or rename them for me, that would be pretty sweet. Alright, let's repair that stuff. It's all worth a lot of money. And do we put in Ozymandias? I think we do. Somebody here is very injured. We'll put him in over Horst. Geralt will heal. He's got a kind of a good mix of the things that are injured and damaged. Whereas everyone else is not so much. Let's switch. Oh, this armor's actually trash too. We'll repair that. I think that's it. Okay. So that gave us 10 more heads for our patrol. But I think we should just sleep. Let's just wait until morning. It's almost nighttime already. We'll camp out. We need some provisions, though. That is worth thinking about. And then we're going to go to Wolf Hayden ASAP. Everyone pretty good now? Yeah. I mean, even looking at Geralt, he's just got a little bit of HP missing. Okay, but you know what I don't like, though? This weapon's not super good versus the undead. We might be better off just using one of these big maces. Or even one of these hammers. Yeah, we could do something like that. Alright, they have a garrison here. Looks like it might be the garrison from there that's kind of walking back. 21 guys? Let's see what's up. Okay, it's a bunch of trash and some geists. We'll take this fight. We'll take it. This is a very deceptively terrain-focused map. We could, man, we could make some serious, like, defensive spots here. Here. The problem is that there are geists. The fact that there are geists here makes me want to just take the fight straight up. They'll trickle in through the trees on these kind of 4 routes here. And we'll be able to isolate them that way. We'll pass. Kind of speed pass. But let's say there were no geists, and let's say there were a bunch of fallen heroes or something like that. We would be falling back, or like really reinforcing these spots here, making it so that every fight was like a guaranteed 2-for-1 and pushing them out to the flanks while picking off the flanks with our range tools. That would kind of be the strategies I'd be looking to employ. But what's going to actually happen is the AI is going to dirtle around and fail horribly at trying to maneuver through the trees. And we're going to do our best to pick off the geists whenever we can. We'll see what's up. Trees giving them a little bit of cover. Want to target the armored Wiedergangers as best we can. Our front lines can just relax for this turn. Next turn, though, we're going to want... Those are good shots. Next turn, we're going to want to spear wall up. But not this turn. It's a little premature. Soften up those armored Wiedergangers. Get our machete ready. Come on, spaghetti. Okay, and... yeah, I think we need a spear wall now. I think we'll be reached on all fronts. Best thing about the spear wall is when you get this full coverage. You know, if we make them spear masters, which we probably will, like, we're covered all the way around right now in our front line, which feels pretty sweet. Hopefully I didn't do that one turn early. I was pretty sure these guys and some of these other ones could reach me. Yeah, okay. It's hard to tell very early on which ones can reach and which ones can't. There's even some value in removing these rags, believe it or not, from the unarmored Wiedergangers. Making them much more vulnerable when they step in. Or just killing them outright like that. See if any more of them make it in. Alright, that's even better than I was trying to hit. Yeah. That's the guy I wanted to hit. The one with the weapon. Alright, spear wall paying off. Now, I don't really like the surround they've got going, but they are also being kept back, which keeps the Geist in turn from also engaging. So we might have bought ourselves another turn before the Geist decide to roll in. It's kind of a big deal, because they're the major threat. So we're definitely going to want to switch Caspar's weapon over. We want to switch to our banner before they even get a chance to start screaming at us. Nice. And we're basically, because they're, for whatever reason, faster than us, the unarmored ones anyway, our spear wall is going to be intact this whole turn almost. Oh, spear wall broken on Ozymandias. Feels bad. But so far, everyone else is holding. Okay. We might be able to take this guy out with ranged. Alright, and we switch to the banner. And now we can rally if we need to. Okay, that second shot was not a good shot. What I wanted was to come up here and do this. And then we'll switch out. There we go. Doing good damage to him at the bottom. Alright, he's dead, and we still have enough. He must have Berserk. That was Ozzy... No, who is that? Yeah, it's Ozymandias. If we look at Ozymandias... Josh the Younger. Where am I looking? Whatever reason, it's not in any kind of an order. Yes, he has Berserk. So he's able to attack once, attack twice, get the kill on the second, and then get the reset so that way he could spear wall. That's pretty big. Berserk is just an amazing ability. It's even better on your ranged units because you'll find that they get the majority of the kills. Berserk is your best friend, especially versus orcs. I find that with Berserk on all my backline units, I can generally kill like 5 or 6 orc young on the first turn of most orc engagements, especially the big ones where you're fighting 30 plus. Ooh, broke through my spear wall. Okay. I'm gonna step in here. Step back. Those decapitations, we just landed 2. Make it so that these zombies aren't coming back. We don't have to worry about them as a threat for the rest of the battle. Some of them will resurrect, no doubt. Hopefully not many. We get a little bit of a scare here, but nothing too bad. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if spear wall kills give morale. Not 100% on that. We'll wait. I kind of have a feeling someone's going to break this spear wall. If not, we can move around the edge with the pikemen. Start getting some poking damage out. Okay, a miss there feels pretty bad. We have to start cutting through the chaff at some point because we've got to get onto these guys. That kept him from flanking us. Like, there we go. I think someone got some morale off of that. One of these guys, maybe. But not Jost, unfortunately. And he's the one that actually needs it. I could go all the way over there, but that's probably a bad idea. We're going to stay close to the banner. I think that's still the pro strat. I'll jump forward. Spear wall that area. Yeah, let's just do that. Spear wall here. I'm giving these guys a lot of respect just because I've seen what happens when you don't. The Geists are the real problem, not necessarily the zombies. Get a little bit closer to the only area that we're actually currently routing from. That way, whenever we rally, if we need to, it'll be that much more powerful. The closer you are to the banner, the better and more effective it is. Dang, and that wrecks our spear wall. Well, bring them back. Get aggressive. Might be able to push to this Geist this turn. Spear wall whiffed. Unfortunately, that was a pretty brutal ruination of our spear wall there. That was holding back a lot of armored Wiedergängers. Happy to see that his spear wall isn't ineffective as a result of our moving forward. Spears are great weapons versus Geist, as are whips and swords. Anything that has an increased chance to hit. Get out the pike. We'll be able to attack next turn. That guy just needed one hit to go down. Alright, and that kill was a little bit of a confidence booster for Jost. And Geists are scary, but once you get rid of everybody else, being feared has very little terrible effect, because your brothers will get scared and they'll run, but there'll be no one to capitalize on it. All the entities that might have attacked them previously, they just get to run away. There's no one there to stop them. So Sigmund might just have to deal with it. Going for the guy with the weapon. We've missed quite a few attacks on Oscar. He's got pretty low melee skill. But that Berserk coming in hot again. But that's temporary. He's just lower level. I want to get on the Geist. I want to shut that down. Alright, and with that, there's really no threat to Sigmund at all, which feels good. One Geist down, 2 to go. Step up here, switch that out. And our boy rallies. Well done, sir. We tipped the balance of power so far in our favor. He couldn't help but come back. Alright, a few guys come back, but they're not wielding any weapons. That one, he had a literal stick. I don't know if I count that. Axe of Geist? Damn. That would make for a legendary war story about the time you killed a ghost with an axe. That's some Gaston level braggery. Always my favorite song from Beauty and the Beast. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. This poor little Muppet friend that follows him around. Alright, hammer the zombie. Good. Axe it! And he did! Oscar the Bloodthirsty, trying to find blood inside of a ghost. Didn't happen. But that, yeah, that was 21. Yeah, that was almost our entire bounty that we needed picked up in one run. We could only max out at 30. Let's go down to Wolfhaven before we starve to death. I think we picked up a little bit of food from that. We could fight the other group of undead. I just honestly don't want to. They're not in a location. They're not going to give us the best loot. And I think we picked up... Did we pick up another good weapon? Yeah, we picked up another Morning Star. So that's also worth repairing. And we'll switch our weapons back around. Make sure everyone's got what I want them to have. Horst is back in action. Okay, that's a 115. We didn't pick up any like quality helmets and I just missed it. I don't think so. Alright. Get in there. They now have safe roads, and we are going to buy some food. Everything here is horribly expensive. The prices are also 8. And I was hoping it would say 18, but they got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of really bad stuff. Just buy some more grains. We've got 2 more days. That's enough to get back to either a different city. Or just to make it somewhere where we can fight and get something better. Just checking to see what they have. Yeah, war bows, you can get them for 3,900 if you're lucky. That's selling for 7,000. So, bad prices. Bad prices all the way around. We're pretty much good on everything else. But they have safe roads, but they also have abducted children and disappearing villagers. So, yeah. Can't remember if that's Alps or Hexen, but one of those things is going on. And we can come back here over to the Dead Gate Crypt. I was honestly expecting to fight Ancient Dead over here. I don't know if I just misread which banner it was. But Ancient Dead would be more fun of a fight, which is why I switched from the Warbrand to the Hammer, because the Hammer does a good job of just like one-shotting them. And we can't see what they are, but I think we should take the fight. It could just be more zombies. But we've got a fully healed up team. We've got a lot of dead space to travel. You always want to take fights whenever you can in between dead space. Alright, let's get in there. It's daytime, everything lines up. I think that's probably the biggest problem that a lot of newer players end up having with Battle Brothers. Whoa. That's a much bigger force than the last one. They don't have Geist, but they have a Necromancer. But as I was going to say, I think one of the things that happens is people play the game early on and they skip fights that they could have taken. And that's kind of a big, that's not a good thing to do in Battle Brothers. You want to take every single fight you can. Especially in the early game. You can't afford to pass on free loot, free experience. This is a pretty tough spot here. Jost, he might not have Pathfinder yet. So the only reason I'm even considering moving forward here is because most of our squad, if not close to all of them, have Pathfinder. Allowing them to move up, as I'm currently doing. And to try and get onto this high ground. That in a lot of my other playthroughs, I wouldn't even be able to consider getting up here. I would have to just pull them back to the low ground somehow. But that's great. So we're almost completely on high ground. So fair fight. Which obviously favors us. Necromancer, I hope he stays on the low ground. That would be nice. We might have a chance to snipe him at some point. Not sure why we're freaking out here on Venendai. I don't think he has any type of fear of undead. But once we get some kills, we'll be good. We'll start rolling. Our morale will boost up. And then our chances to hit will go up. And then we'll just keep wrecking them. Yep. 2 of their strongest dudes are just chilling. So very good for us. Also, we have rotation on a lot of our guys. It's worth noticing as well. So anyone who's in a bad spot, we'll just rotate them out. Like that. Yep, just like that. Okay. Shoot there, reload. This has become close quarters combat. And crossbows aren't the preferred weapon versus lightly armored zombies. Bows are still great. But not really crossbows. Much better versus the armored Wiedegangers. Just go for the guy with the weapon as opposed to the unarmored. But I think we will rotate Oscar out. No armor, even against these types of units, is pretty bad. Let's get a guy with a shield in the front. Yeah, let's get out of there. Down it goes. And we're just going to have to weather the storm here. The Necromancer is going to bring a lot of guys back. Yeah, missing. That was going to be his one chance to get some revenge before we pull him out. Rotate it up. Attack. Much more comfortable having a nice shield wall in the front here. Well, we've got to get to these pitchforks. They've got us in a little bit of a bind. Decapitation. Nice, a double. Which means we know that they're not coming back, so we can happily step on their corpses. Get close to that guy. Man, he got a double kill and he's already breaking. That's no bueno. We're going to step back in here. Plug that gap. Alright, y'all, show me what you got. That's pretty bad. He's the guy I'm the most worried about on the entire field. Because he's standing right next to Oscar. And now that he's possessed, he can hit Oscar a ton. That's more of like a stunning, head-hitting weapon. It's not really a big damage dealer. But I mean, if he just goes for Oscar and hits him a bunch, it'll be just as bad. That breaking. Don't like that. Okay, we landed a shot there. That's pretty crucial. And the Necromancer's starting to get a little scared. Just at the rate that we're killing them. And they're managing to land these pitchfork attacks. Happy that the more powerful Wiedergangers are still kind of zoned out by their own bros. They're just now getting in. Come on, just don't break, buddy. Yeah, he's going to go for Oscar, and he whiffed. All right. Super clutch. And we even get the decapitation there, which might have preserved that helmet, which I think is a little bit of an upgrade. Went for the decapitation. I don't think we got it, though. The animation could have just been funky because it was like a corpse standing on top of another corpse. And the Warbrand is a great weapon versus the zombies. We haven't really had them line up well. I'm going to hold off on stepping forward with Oscar. If he was in better shape, I would put him here. Okay. Good, they took all the armor off. Just gotta lower their numbers so they can't get these types of surrounds. So you'll see me killing zombies that look potentially harmless, but what their harm actually lies in is the fact that like someone like Ozymandias has currently got 4 guys on him. If I can kill 2 of them, it just helps his odds greatly, surviving a long defensive battle. Step up. This is a pretty dangerous spot. I'm not trying to over-dramatize it, but this is not... This could very easily have gone wrong. I think Pathfinder served us very well this battle. And I'm going to shield wall here. Man, Oscar's not having any luck. Have to be very aware of our rotations. We also have dogs, emergency situations. We'll just take that free kill. Nice. That was a big help. That's 2 of the guys that were sitting on Ozymandias. And roll that down if you guys are interested. Would have been more interesting to have that in the earlier stations of the fight when we were kind of being swarmed. Alright, we hit him in the head. We gotta help Oscar again. That was a free kill, though. Land a hit. Perfect. Good job, Oscar. Alright, and now we can finally do a split attack. And unfortunately we miss the second half. He is breaking once again, but not yet broken. We can take our time. We need to really focus on this front line. These dudes aren't going to move. Unless he completely breaks, they'll stay where they are, so they're not a big threat. So I was just thinking, you know, I could shoot a shot down there, see what's up, put a little pre-damage on them. But there's really no point. They will stay there and take shots until we advance. I had a feeling he would come back. Save him for Funeral. Would have been nice if I could have got both of those dudes. I think Indomitable is playing a pretty big role against these guys as well. That's something I haven't been talking about. Their armor is stretching really far. These are low to medium tier weapons. Yeah, that hurt. We really need to land big shots. Whenever you take this, it's an investment to have a weapon that can only strike once. That's why it's so important to make sure that you put a weapon like that on someone with really high melee skill, which currently Oscar does not have. He'll get there, but he certainly doesn't have it yet. Man, Venendai, what does Venendai have that he's so freaked out? I don't understand. Was he just, like, content? So he started off kind of in a... No, I mean... He should be fine. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. He was just a little unhappy to be here today. Is his helmet too awesome? Is that what his problem is? I wouldn't complain about that, but maybe some people would. Alright, let's see who resurrects. Step forward. Step forward. And now we're going for that surround. And he's fleeing. So let's get in a little bit closer. Oscar, man. Should have given him a spear, probably. Yeah, and I'll risk that. I still don't want to engage with these guys. We'll see if they step forward. What I'd rather do is go around. Actually, you know what? I don't even want Jost getting in there either. That's a Scramasax. If he were to rally and fight Jost, he could one-shot him. And that's an actual serious concern. Yeah, rallied. Just like that. Ooh, that's so good. Well played, zombies. Well played. Step in there. Very happy to put him down in one attack. Good damage right off the bat. It's so risky to send him in. Go down here. Down and around. Oh, crap. Dang it. I didn't even see him. That really messed me up. Sigmund's high health. It would have been nice to have him in the front lines here. Whereas someone like Jost, I don't even want to put him in because he's already bleeding. Okay, we can only take one shot. We could reload our quiver, but I think it's probably just better to go ahead and get that out now. Ooh, we're bleeding. I almost want to step in here with Fenrir. It makes all of his attacks worse, but it gives all of these guys another person to hit who's currently full HP. So we're going to do it. And the same logic applies here with Baltimore. Yeah, I'd much rather them attack Fenrir than almost everybody else. Okay. Perfect. No, Geralt. Okay, I'm coming. Dang it. Geralt is in a little bit of trouble. That won't help anybody. So we'll just jump here. He needed to not miss that attack. I have no way to rotate him out. So what I need to make sure is that I go first next turn. And then I'm able to kill him before he can kill me. Thank you. Alright, we survived. Geralt, man. Scaring me, bro. Who did all the damage? Is it Fenrir with the pike? Yeah, I think so. 779 damage. That's a lot. And for our troubles and our near-death experience, we pick up some more ancient gold coins. Another basic mail shirt. That's a good pickup. And a bunch of stuff we can sell. Good deal. We're really cleaning up the scum of the world here. And that is a patched mail shirt. I could have sworn we weren't wearing any of those. You guys were probably screaming at me when I asked earlier if we were still wearing one. Because we had the Lamellar. That's better. That's a small upgrade. But an upgrade nonetheless. And Geralt here, you, sir, he's a Spartan. Okay. I was just making sure there weren't some perks that I could get that would cover for his issues. But let's go ahead and give him Pathfinder. I'll take a 3 there. 3 and a 3. Unfortunately, pass on a small melee skill upgrade. But we'll get better ones than that. I like getting range defense up to 10. And melee defense you're going to need a lot of if you're going to be a two-hander. Perks here. Let's get that student. Oh, did he level up twice in that fight? No. Okay. Wow, these rolls. Okay, this makes me... that gives me an easy decision. I kind of want to take a 4 there. Something like that. You might have to switch out to being a crossbowman. Just straight up, because we've got dudes like Fenrir here who could go straight into the front lines and be just fine as maybe a better version of what he's trying to do. Take that off. Switch this up. Yeah, just take everything off. Pike. Back line. Something silly like that. I don't know. We don't want to be too crazy. But 71 melee skill makes me feel much more comfortable with that weapon in his hands. And he sucks right now, but we can get him up much higher with 2 stars in range skill. We just need to start prioritizing a little bit, and we will. Alright, good to go. Off to Grosholtz. Wouldn't be surprised if we find something in the forest. Remember, we can see stuff from far away. Beast tracks, that is. A fresh, cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the Beast Slayers of Bastion to start something new. You call the men to gather round. What do you tell them? We shall train 3 men to master bow or crossbow and be deadly from afar. We certainly will. Only the most daring take on goblins? No. Yeah, I'm not saving up 10k, so we are very easily going to accomplish our next ambition. We'll be naming some master archers and master crossbowmen very soon. And weirdly enough, no fights in this huge wood. I haven't fought a Schrat in what feels like forever. Probably for the best. Only the mad go in search of Schrat. And another terrible place to sell our loot, so it's a good thing we have a big wagon. And we don't actually need to sell anything right now. Get a little more food. We can get some venison. I don't need much. I just need enough to go out into the world and do something. I don't need... Well, I do need tools, but I don't absolutely have to have them at this exact moment. We can go out somewhere else. It's worth seeing what these contracts are. Maybe one of them is for us to travel. Men are going missing in the wood. They say the trees are up to it. Oh, God. I asked for it. Okay. There's a pile of sawdust on Herman the Wise's desk, and his eyes are intently staring into the mound. He waves you in without breaking his glare and speaks all the same. The local lumberjacks are reporting that men are going missing in the woods. They say the trees are up to it. Something about monsters made of wood and roots. Parts of me believe they're hiding a murder and won't fester the crime. But then maybe the spooky stories are true. Either way, I've coined to see it to an end, and you're just the man, the task. Yeah? That's a cool, like, the whole time I was just staring at this awesome looking, like, knife saw in the background. Very cool. 1,800, not a ton for how dangerous Schrat are, but we have axes. Dang it, we'll do it. Oh, we'll do it. Hopefully it's only 2 or 3. God dang it, I'm a sucker for a fun quest. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This... Alright, guys, so finally I've been talking about this forever. But we have a caravan hand in our party who leveled up enough to have this happen. So you come across the once caravan hand for Thilman finicking with the company wagon. He's nailing a slat of board to the bed and using pins to put it on a roller. The board can then drop down into the belly of the wagon with a little bit of a pull and switch. Rather ingenious. This will allow you to load more onto the wagon. So he's in good spirit and we gained inventory space. It's one of the best reasons to recruit a caravan hand if you can get a good one early on. And now, like, let's say he sucked even. We could get rid of him. I don't remember what my space was before though. But inventory space in this game is gold. You can only get so much and then that's it. And it's a finite resource. So having that little bit extra toward the end of the game is pretty useful. So hopefully I'm going in the right direction towards the trees. I'm actually going to save the game because we could be walking into our absolute deaths. The forest is making the men uneasy. You tell them to shape up for the enemy is out there one way or another, and it's not worth being fearful of that which is certain. It is you who shall be feared. The Beast Slayers of Bastion, and these damn murderous trees will be wishing you were simple lumberjacks by the time you're done with them. Watch where you step. Okay. So let's get stuff in order here because we're really not equipped currently to fight them as well as I would like. Hammers do a good job also. You're coming out, buddy. We're putting in for Thilman, but we want axes. Axes are key here. And we can kind of just load up. that's pretty crappy. He's got a cut artery. Put him in there. So we've got one hand axe. That's not great. It'd be cool if we had a couple of those. Our biggest advantage here is going to be the long axes. And I kind of just want to start with everyone holding their pikes. Get that. Hammers work well. We've got 3 big axes. Not bad. Not bad. The Morning Stars might be better. If we still have any spears at all, we don't. Okay. This could work, guys. It could work. Alright. We're saving this game. That's going to be a saved game. Schrat are like lindworms in this game. They're one of the most dangerous things you can just go and hunt. And we'll talk about why in a minute after I find them. I don't think I actually have to get close to them. I think it's just kind of random. I was headed in the general disorderly direction. Hopefully they're not way down here. Huh. Weird. Okay, well, we are out of tools currently. And we're wandering around and I don't see them. Go back up by Grossholtz. See if it procs maybe. Is this them? Could have sworn they had like different footprints. Oh, there they are. Only 3, which is good. Guys, I'm so scared. I had a feeling they were going to be up here. Oh, Scrats are so strong. While standing around getting a lay of the land, Oscar the Bloodthirsty calls out that there's something moving in the distance. As you come to his side, he points a finger into the foliage and draws his sword. A great tree is marching toward you, shambling from side to side like an old man in the library's familiar corridors. You draw your own sword and order the men into formation. Charge. I hate fighting them because as a kid reading Lord of the Rings, the Ents were always my favorite characters. And getting to see them in the movies was pretty sweet too. And even when I play today as like, I play like Total War Warhammer, I love to play as the Wood Elves and make all tree men builds. So where we can, I'm going to take high ground, but we can't see them yet. We could, I was looking at this position for a second because we could back up to here, but I think it's probably just more likely to get me killed. Best thing to do versus Schrat is to send out someone who's got really good defensive stats and tell them to shield wall. And then have everyone else with like some sort of ranged weapon like these long axes. Long axes are king. And you break their shield, which is kind of like this little branch they have in the front. And then once you break that, you can hit their heart. But we'll see. I think the idea is to put someone like Venendai in the front. And then probably Ozymandias as well. We need to let them come. And just big hitting weapons like these hammers do a great job. I think there's an actual bonus to hit. Or a bonus damage when you're using an axe. The fact that they're staying together is bad. Super bad. I'm actually going to back up because I think they have a bit of a ranged attack. But I don't know if it goes this far. I think they're going to have to move in one more space. Obviously, we could be shooting them, but it does almost no damage. And I think it's smarter just to hold on to my fatigue. Let them come in. Please don't hit me from ranged. Alright, they came in. So here we're going to hold off on attacking because what we want to do is break the shield. We need to pick one and break its shield. This is great. I'm just going to shield wall there. Let this guy come and fight us here. That's super good for us. Okay, either way we move in, we can't attack, so we might as well move in that way. Okay, it's too late. We need to use our long axe to bust one of these shields. We've got a 56 here. I think I'm going to go for this guy. And you have to be careful too, because what you're going to end up doing... And we need to split shield. There we go. The heart is exposed. When you hit them hard enough, you spawn these little saplings, which also do damage. A really good strategy though, see how we have him boxed in? He can't spawn any more saplings. There's no space around him to do that in. So now we can just hit him without any fear of, like, reprisal. Actually, this is pretty amazing. We could summon war dogs. I'm actually going to summon one. Kind of just the distraction we need. Because we'll take a look at their attacks in just a second. Oh no. Poor Dash. Well, I didn't want to send Dash to his death, but yeah. So they do line attacks, guys. Really brutal line attacks. We went for the shield there and we didn't quite get it. But I think we're going to kill this Schrat this turn. I was hoping to do it before he got a chance to actually attack me. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. And down he goes. So we're going to step in with some of our brothers to the next guy. And this time we were able to get it. Alright. And we're going to step in here to make sure that no more Scrats can be summoned. We'll wait. So this is super danger zone, guys. We've got dudes that are one hit away from death. And I'm trying to believe that we'll be okay. That's Warrior. I don't want to get Warrior killed. Move out of the way for some of our other brothers. And then he's just going to have to go over here. Yeah, we'll hold off. Sucks that he's on the high ground. Almost one shot at him. Alright, 2 down, guys. Anyone who's healthy is going to advance, and anyone who's almost dead is going to fall back. Get our axemen in position. Fully expected that. They didn't hit anyone, though. Alright, let's get in there. We're going to rotate with the dog. And I think we're going to fall a bit further back here with Fur. We can go for another split shield. There it goes. I'm playing a little fast and loose with some of our lower HP brothers. I don't like it. Best way to kill it is to overwhelm it quickly. But we don't actually have to engage like that. The dogs do decent damage whenever there's no shield, but not enough damage to spawn a sapperling. Yeah, this is dumb. Super dumb. We're not in good positions. I should have waited to attack. I got a little greedy. And we're missing these very easy attacks. We got to get rid of the saplings. They do almost as much damage. Okay. Dog. Sorry, warrior. You're coming out. They do almost as much damage as the trees themselves. Rotate out. Okay, the attack didn't hit. And now we can get into melee. Alright, a little bit of shield block. We can still do damage to him. Even when his shield is up, it's just not a lot. Alright, dog. You're going to have to go around. And let's split the shield one more time. Excellent. Now the dogs can do the big damage. This other dog, I'm thinking, will just jump right here. It's great. We get a nice surround. And that should be a dead Schrat. Hopefully this turn. Assuming we don't miss. And that'll be it for today, guys. We took down 3 Schrat, our first ever. We are Beast Slayers truly now. I think our last test remains to be done. It's Lindworms, though. Lindworms and the Kraken, but the Kraken's... that's a long playthrough. You stare at a felled tree and then at a felled Schrat. Between the two, you see almost no difference, which makes you ponder about all those supposedly dead trees you've been hopping over your whole life. Not one to dwell on such matters, you order the company like to take trophies as proof of the battle and ready to return to Herman the Wise. Okay. Awesome fight, though. I think there was a lot of little things to learn there. If you've never seen that enemy before, be very careful. You saw that line attack, how much damage that did. One of the best strategies is to get a brother that has the ability to taunt, and then to put him in front and just taunt. And try... let's say we fought 3. Okay. We could have had 2 brothers, one each go and jump in front of the Schrat and lock it down and just do shield wall repeatedly, while the rest of the brothers surrounded one Schrat at a time and killed it in the way that we did. However, what was potentially going to mess that up was that they originally engaged all 3 in one spot. And normally when you fight Schrat, it's in the forest, so that doesn't happen. But those dudes grouped up. That would have been impossible to kill. Had they stayed back to back to back, no way we killed them. They would have just keep using that ability and we would have died. Alright. Herman the Wise is found beneath a copse. I keep saying corpse, and now I'm reading it. A copse of trees. He's got his hands over his belly and he's staring at the sky. A smile crosses his face and he points up at a cloud as though someone should be beside him to witness. But he's all by himself and says nothing. You throw a chunk of Schrat at his feet and ask if he is your payment. He turns over a satchel that had therefore gone unseen, or heretofore gone unseen. A couple of lumberjacks saw you in battle with them and told me the tale already. I had not thought the Scrats entirely real. Deadly trees seem like a superstition for children, but I suppose I've things to learn yet. Good work, Sellsword. And they no longer have disappearing villagers, which might make the price a little more hospitable. And it is, but honestly not even enough that I want to do anything about it. But getting 3 ancient woods, if you've never seen that before, let's take a look. It's a taxidermy. Ancient pieces of wood carved from the remains of a living tree. That is not something you sell. That is something you hold on to, as well as glowing resin. These amber resin shards have a light orange hue to them. If melted, the material makes for a strong adhesive. And we are going to buy tools despite the exorbitant prices. And we're going to go into the taxidermist, and we can now make 2 living tree shields, which we're going to do. Because not only are they pretty good shields, and we can kind of read the description here, but they are also very befitting for Beast Slayers to use the actual Scrats that they kill as shields. So the shield carved out of the remains of a living tree is lighter and sturdier than those made of common wood. At a glance, it almost looks as if its grotesque face is still moving. And you can see the stats there, and we'll compare them to a standard shield in just a second before we go. Let's give one to our boy Ozymandias. Where'd you go? Alright. And then let's organize this real quick. And so let's pop it up against a standard wooden shield. It's got 16 more durability, 5 more melee defense, and 2 more range defense. It's only 2 heavier as well. So it'd probably be a fairer comparison to a heater shield, which we don't have a true one yet. We just have this decayed one. But similar stats. Just these are, I think they're heavier and have worse durability than a normal. So they're just great shields, guys. They're just really solid shields, and I'm happy to have one. And we'll give the other one to Venendai, Orc's Bane. Beast Hunters get preferential treatment in this man's army. That's for sure. And Sigmund here can get that. Actually, you know what? That's too cool. We gotta keep our Skinergy tight, guys. We can't just use weapons willy-nilly. Alright. Who else? I think Balder was someone whose weapon I took from him. Yeah, hook him up like that. Very good. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. That was a fun one. Some unexpected twists there. We fought a lot of zombies, but they were really good fights, I thought. So I hope you enjoyed that. And this is our archer. So yes, that's a good pickup for him. I'll take a 3 in range defense and a 4 in fatigue. Is that everything? Good to go? Alright, guys. In case this is the last Battle Brothers episode I get to do before Christmas, just wanted to say happy holidays to everybody. I hope you get all the cool presents you want. I hope the people you're giving presents to enjoy that. And if you don't celebrate Christmas or the holidays or, you know, say Passover, I guess, or Kwanzaa. If you don't celebrate any of that stuff, still hope you guys are doing all right. And take care, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Later.